I grew up in like suburban Rancho Cucamonga. It was a lot of being bored and figuring out what to do with myself. I learned to juggle knives. I was in a band. I did puppetry. I played baseball. My favorite movies were like The Shawshank Redemption and About a Boy and Forrest Gump.
What's it like to be the first hijabi director in Hollywood?
For a lot of executives, in the first 30 seconds, they think I'm going to talk with an accent, or they think I'm not going to know about normal things. Like, there's this little like sparkle of amusement, different than what I thought a regular Muslim person would be like. When I got into UCLA Film School, I was so incredibly excited, but I didn't have any connections. I was just like, well, I'm gonna try it and see how it goes. People are always telling these sob stories about immigrants, like things like The Namesake, but the stories I grew up hearing were hilarious. So I was like, I wanted to do something with that.
Listen to me, Sami. To be a great tiger hunter, you must become the tiger.
Tiger Hunter is my first feature film about a young man who comes from India on this big quest for success in America. I interviewed my dad, I interviewed my mom, I interviewed the aunties and uncles in the community. It's called The Tiger Hunter because my grandfather was a tiger hunter. He has the exact same mustache. It was all kind of based on truth. My dad, when he came into this country, all of his roommates only had one epic suit. They'd be like sitting in their underwear at home, scheduling their interviews around the availability of the suit.
Good job! I was hungry.
I tried so many strategies to raise money for my movie. It was like pulling teeth. First, I tried South Asian doctors. And then film school people were like, okay, try dentists, because dentists have doctor in their title, and they want to have that respect like doctors have, but they don't. So I sent thousands of those emails, like they're cold emails. They'd be like, hey, I'm doing this movie. I don't know if you'll get your money back or not, but you and I can enter the industry together. How about that? And then when my executive producer called and said, all right, I'm in for X amount of money, I think I was just like jumping up around my house. Like I ran into my parents' room, and of course their response was like, don't count it until it's in the bank. I thought it was gonna be a little movie, and it suddenly became a very big movie. My sister-in-law, she's like, oh my God, you have Danny Pudi, and all these people, and then Kevin Pollak was on board, and Napoleon Dynamite, John Heder. I was like, okay, now I'm getting a little nervous. We had this huge crew, everybody's running around with their walkie-talkies, and you look out and you're like, this is my set. Like, I'm making a feature film, and there is no feeling like that I think I've had ever. The cool thing that ended up happening is that our crew became very, very diverse. We had black people, we had Asian people, we had women, we had Sikh guys, we had Hindu guys, we had Baha'i people. We came out in like 50-some theaters across the country. Awesome reviews in things like the New York Times. We would be playing in the middle of Virginia, and it was just such an amazing thing to see them laughing along at the exact same parts that, like, you know, some Indian uncle would be laughing along with. I want to do something good in the world, and that's sort of why I chose this profession. People don't usually think this profession is for that, but it totally can be. Like, it can be a total game changer. Now there's like people helping me, people with suits who get things done. I got attached to a direct, like this major Disney feature.
Do people treat you differently now?
There's less executives who, when I walk in, have that 30-second window where they're surprised by everything I say that is not with an accent. And that is progress.